Hey, what's up guys? It's Roy here. So I have the Caseology Parallax case here for my Z Flip 4. It's around 24 bucks on Amazon, but there is an instant 5% off coupon that you can apply at checkout. This is the black version, but it also comes like in a midnight blue or midnight navy, something like that, but it's a navy blue color. But yeah, so let's go ahead and take a peek at the actual packaging. Looks very similar to all of the other Caseology cases. So you do have that kind of recognizable little chevron stuff going on there. Picture of the actual case installed, Z Flip 4, and it is, like I said, matte black. So let's get this bad boy out. So pull the little packaging out of here. And a lot of stuff going on in here. So let's see what we got. So looks like we have some little extra stickers if you want to apply them or if you need them whenever you're installing the case. We do have their welcome to the club, they're happy to have you type thing. So there is some information if you have some issues and need to get a hold of customer support. And then when it comes down to the case, it looks like it comes installed like so. There is this before install. It's just reminding you to take off the little stickers. And then there is installation information and how to remove it, but I'll show you how to do all that in this video. And here is the actual case. So looks just like all other Parallax cases from Caseology. It has that very recognizable back. It's a two-part. There is no hinge protection, so you do need to make sure you keep up with these, because if you lose one, then you got to buy both again. On the inside here, it looks like, just like, once again, all other Parallax cases. On the interior here, it does say Parallax series for Samsung, Caseology, and then Caseology in Irvine, California, and made in South Korea. So there is the random little adhesive strips. So you got to take all these off. Normally I don't, but just like Spigen, since Spigen and Caseology are one and the same, they have them installed like this, where you're forced to do it. You know, some of these other ones, they don't have them like that, so you can kind of get away with it without doing it. Obviously, it's giving you a better grip on the actual device, so the case doesn't slide around. But a lot of these install like a normal case, so they actually grip on pretty nice. But this is just the issues you got to deal with when you have a flip. But the installation is very, very simple. So like I said, you can install it almost like a normal phone case. You can just kind of pop it in and then just push down. And you want to push down until this little corner meets the corner of the phone, as you can see there. And it gives a nice satisfying click, makes you feel confident that it's in there nice and snug. And then just kind of do the same for the top. So you just push it in, push down a little bit, make sure that adhesive is nice and grippy on it. And that is it. There is the case installed. Let me wipe it down real quick, or actually I'm going to use my fancy makeup brush here. This is a game changer, guys. Just FYI, if you do YouTube videos, getting a little dust and stuff out, man, these things work like a charm. I think I paid like $3 at Target. But there it is. So it looks pretty dang good. I'm not going to lie. I actually, so far, probably have to say this is the best looking and best feeling case on the Z Flip 4 so far for me. And I've reviewed about 6 or 7 cases so far. Looks pretty dang good, man. I'm not going to lie. It looks nice. I really have always been a big fan of the parallax pattern there. Always just think it's very unique and very just cool looking. At the same time, it kind of reminds me of the other parallax cases. You have that kind of dark bar that goes across with the Caseology branding, has that little bit of a different texture there at the bottom versus here. And then moving to the middle, it gives you that kind of look once again, but it almost feels plastic right there. Not like a nice matte rubbery type of feel with this part. When it comes to the actual LCD screen protection, this is what we're getting. So it has this kind of cool kind of pattern in here that you can hear like kind of rubbing up against my fingernail there. Circular cutout for the flash. The lenses and everything look pretty nicely recessed in. So as you can see there, definitely going to get some good lens and screen protection when it comes down to it. But it just has this cool little border around it. So it just makes it look very multi-dimensional, but at the same time just looks pretty damn good. And then on the side here, I do like what they went with the design on the side. So on the bottom here, we do get that extra texture when it comes to the grippy part where you're holding the phone. And then the power button is cut out and it is kind of protected. So all around it is protected there. And then you do get actually some raised volume up and down buttons that you can see there. And we'll see how tactile they are in just a minute. Going to the bottom here, we do have a nice kind of rectangular cutout for the USB-C charging port. We have a nice cutout for the speakers and the microphones down at the bottom. And then on this side, kind of nothing other than that grip, which does have Caseology there in there. So definitely some very minimal branding. And then at the top, we do have a circular cutout for the mic up top. Looking at it from the front, as you can see, there are some lips. It's not giant, but they're definitely prominent when you are kind of holding it, or prominent or prevalent. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. But you can definitely feel them when you're holding the phone. So it definitely makes you feel like when you do put it face down, you are not going to damage that screen. So while it is face down, let's see how well it does with kind of the shaking. And there is absolutely no shaking going on with the face down. And going back down, a little bit of a different story. We've got some shaking going on here, but that's kind of to be expected because you just got all this just raised random stuff going on. And then of course with the hinge, it kind of gives it a teeter-tottering little effect. And then when we close it, and we have it back down, there is no shaking. And then face down, a little shake right there, but pretty dang flat as well. So next, let's go ahead and see how responsive that that volume up and down button is. So let's start with the volume up and down. Well, let me turn the screen on so you can kind of see it going on. Okay, so very tactile, very responsive buttons, no issues at all with those buttons. So next, last but not least, let's go ahead and slap it on a wireless charger. So just got my Spigen one here. So let's go ahead and put it on. And it does recognize that it is on a charger, so there is no issues at all. So when you do put it on, it is recognizing it. Definitely, so no issues. And then of course, fast wireless charging with this particular Spigen charger. So all in all, guys, for the money, this is a perfect example of a good quality, slim case. Feels fantastic in the hands. Like, I love the texture. Feels good, looks good. All these just kind of different colors of black and, matte black going on. You can kind of see how the hinge looks whenever you're opening and closing it. It looks pretty nice. Does help close up the gap a little bit, but there is always still pretty much a gap between the screens when you do close it. And that's kind of the look of the front, or at least the top of it when it's closed. So feels good. It's not really going to deal with any slipping out of your hands or anything like that. So all in all, I think this is a fantastic case for the money. So hit that like button if you liked the video. If you loved it, please subscribe. Ring that notification bell for up-to-date content. So be safe. God bless. I'll see you on the next one.